colonel who's been living in the jungle. Okay, he's living in the jungle.
We're live. Keep talking.
He's living in the jungle, so they have to chase him down, right? And Dennis Hopper is playing this like news reporter that has been following. Well, he's in the jungle, and he has film cameras. He's got like 4 film cameras around his neck, and you see him taking pictures, and it's like, how long have you convinced all those people that you still have film? Like, you've been in the jungle for months taking pictures, and you're pretending that you still have film. Okay, we're live.
And somebody asked him that, or you said that?
What?
No, I said that. It's one of those observations that's Brandon.
Got it.
In the jungle, taking video of you, and you're like, we need a live. And Brandon's like, the internet's down right now. Starlink isn't working.
Starlink's not on. You're like, Starlink hasn't worked for 6 years.
Hey, we are live. It shows we're live everywhere. We are for sure live. There they go. I was going to say, I haven't seen any comments coming through
Well, we
StreamYard.
haven't done a live in forever.
Here we go.
Why would people be paying attention to?
Because I do a live every night.
Yeah, but that's boring.
Chuck Point, what's up? Better Built
Tom.
Dogs, what's up? 3 different notifications. This one good. Good. Okay, so it's working. All right, guys, we're going to just do a live briefly here. We can discuss current events, whatever you guys want to talk about, thoughts, opinions. Jeff has some interesting opinions.
Do I?
So they say they caught the kid. His father turned him in, or urged him to turn him in. That's what Trump came out and said last I heard 60 minutes or so ago. Do you believe that that's the shooter?
My opinion is, well, my first opinion is the FBI must hate Donald Trump.
How's the sound on here, guys? Can you hear this? We're not running through mics right now.
Oh, we're not? I hear it.
Okay. All right, good.
Super delay.
Got X and Instagram right on.
Super delay.
G, what's up? Loud and clear.
The
Okay.
FBI must hate Donald Trump because as soon as they whisper in his ear, they have some information. He goes on TV and is like,
Scully believes that the rifle they recovered in the woods is not the rifle.
Well, I'm assuming that it's not the rifle because for a couple of reasons. One, it was wrapped in a towel. The scope is too far back on it, meaning there is no way that he was in a normal shooting position. You couldn't be in a normal shooting position and shoot that rifle without the scope hitting you in the forehead. So I don't think that's the rifle.
I've seen people do stupid shit though.
Because the other thing that they said that is that there was the FBI said that there was writing on the rifle and the casings. Well, there wasn't any writing on that rifle. So I think again, in a normal world with over 400 million guns, if you do a sweep through the woods, you're going to find a gun every now and then. So I don't think that was the rifle.
Do you know about the airplane that took off?
Yeah.
Turned the transponder off and then relanded. What do you think that was all about?
Probably nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, probably nothing.
If you or I took off and turned our transponder off, there would be.
Well, I am sure.
Where's the fucking cat?
Outside. I am sure that the FBI. I'm sure that the FBI is looking into that said thing, but I'm sure it has nothing to do because again, the father talked to the priest talked to the FBI, and the FBI apparently arrested this guy.
It's going to be 3 shooters.
May have him in custody.
3 shooters. Apparently, when you go to the Smithsonian Museum and you hear about the Warren report and shit, and they talk about the assassination of JFK, they say there were 4 gunshots when you listen to the thing at the Smithsonian.
Yeah.
So
Lee Harvey Oswald did it.
You don't think they put the little key in the back, wound up their MK Ultra guy? Hey, can you go control that fucking animal? What is it?
It's a cat.
Just kick him out of there. Hey! Holy shit, he's climbing up the fucking door frame.
He wants in. He wants to be part of the live. Come on, kitty.
So
what's your opinion, Cat?
So you don't think they took their MK Ultra candidate, their Manchurian candidate, got on the plane. They're like, we'll fly you to freedom. And then they just kicked him out over the fucking
they wouldn't have
out of the desert.
They wouldn't have had to change their transponder then. They could have flown at altitude and just dropped him out. Nobody would have known. Then 4 years from now, some hikers would be like, how did this guy explode all over the ground here? Yeah, you don't need to. It doesn't need to. Like, again, the interesting thing about this is if you take a slice of America, like if you just take a slice of America, so we're going to use Utah because this happened in Utah, and then you suddenly analyze everything that's going on in that area, you're going to find weird shit. You're just going to find weird shit. You could take, like, I guarantee you, if the guys at 4chan right now said we're going to do an in-depth, detailed study of what's going on in just San Diego city limits, they're going to find all kinds of weird shit, like stuff just like that.
So Sonny, what's your opinion, Sonny? You think what are you thinking about all this? You think they're going to make more arrests?
Probably not.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think this is the big criminal conspiracy that people think it is. You have a ideology of people who believe that killing other individuals is okay to move their agenda forward. They're dispersed. This is like the, I don't want to say like the IRA, but meaning in the sense of that ideology is dispersed all over the country. And so you're just going to have multiples of these lone individuals acting out in the name of that, in the name of the left's profit.
How far till they start rounding them up, you think? You think that's coming? There's some talk. I mean,
who are you rounding up? Like you said today, there was a plethora of people.
Everybody with a septum nose piercing.
There was a plethora of people who have just recently been fired because of the heinous way they've handled talking about Kirk's thing. And if the one thing you should notice about that is it's people in all different socioeconomical groups and working in all kinds of different areas. It's not like, so who are you rounding up? Who's doing the rounding up? Some of the people that are the roundups are part of the problem. So I don't know how we fix it. The reality is what needs to happen is the Democratic Party needs to get its head out of its ass. They need to come more to the center, and they need to start policing their own. That the best way to keep this thing from turning into some sort of fucking crazy bloodbath is to start policing their own. Start identifying these people who have been radicalized by their own party, and start policing them. That's really what has to happen. But they're not going to do it. They're going to just let the crazy left side of the house continue to move with these agendas. And I don't see a good outcome.
Anthony Brock says, "Oh man, I really tried to ignore social media and take the high ground, but I just saw a post from a close family friend that I respect highly. Not so much anymore, trying to calm down and let it go." Anthony, there's a lot of that, man. I've seen a lot of people I know making posts similar and just kind of like, okay, this is the separation. A question we got asked a lot when we were doing the podcast stuff was how, like, you're raising your kids in the manner that you believe them to be raised, and then they get around grandma or aunt, and those people try to totally unravel what you did. And I've always said you got to cut those people off if they're not going in the direction you're going, and you don't rely on them. There's a clear demarcation. Like maybe they come to Christmas and Thanksgiving, but if your way of life and your belief and the things that you stand on, and then you allow somebody to occasionally come in that just completely shits all over that, those people, they're excommunicated. They're fucking gone. I've been watching, I'm in several like local Facebook groups. There's one in Bowling Green that I belong to, and there's one in Clarksville. And there were several posts in both of those groups saying, hey, we're meeting up at this park. And there's like maybe 60 of them. I'll read whatever you got in a second there. There's like maybe 60 of them. And then you got the typical agitators. He deserved to die. He was a Nazi. He said, in order for the Second Amendment to live, some people have to die. They quote all those little fragments of the paragraph. And, my thought is, you just told, not that they're in the wrong, but you got 60 people saying, we're going to be at this park at 12 o'clock. Are you going to have other bad guys or other bad actors, or are you going to have confrontation? You did see candlelight vigils in multiple places night before last for Charlie Kirk, and agitators came up and they beat the pants off. They literally beat these people till their fucking clothes came off.
Well, again, that's really what has to happen. We have a group of individuals who've been living their lives without having to live with the consequences of their decisions, and so they have to. The rule of law has to be reestablished with these people.
Did you see Jason's Skully? You only being staff sergeant once is rookie numbers. I made it to second class twice.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that story. I would love to hear your story. Hey, he said he sent you the boatswain.
I sent it to you, motherfucker. I sent you the audio
I
file.
didn't get it.
Hold on, let me play it for
get it.
you.
Did not get it.
You're going to be so excited. Jason's on his way here with new shirts right now. We will have them here shortly. Let me find this audio file.
You probably sent it to somebody else.
Sweeper, man your brooms. Give the ship a clean sweep down both fore and aft. Sweep down all decks, ladders, passageways. Dump all garbage. Clear the fantail.
So awesome. Yeah, you didn't play the thing.
He didn't have it. He said he found it afterwards.
You gotta play the boatswain's whistle, man. That's awesome.
He said what happened in the UK, Cody? What are we talking about here? More beta prints. What's up? Morning, San Diego, man. San Diego. Where in San Diego are you? You guys see the Speaker of the House asked for a moment of silence from the House on Wednesday, and Jim started yelling and booing. Yep. Get them out. Fucking get them out. You can't fix the symptoms without addressing the actual disease, and we are fucking sick. Yep, that's Sonny's comment. His own parents turned him in. Yep, I heard that.
It's actually
a
the
preacher
priest that turned him in. But
going to gradually bleed over to full-blown war. You think so?
I don't know. As tragic as the Charlie Kirk thing is, my opinion is tomorrow it will be the same day as it was yesterday. I don't think the Charlie Kirk incident is enough to get people riled up enough to finally put an end to all these left radical ideas, to destroy this communism. Because the reality is, whenever you have somebody from the left who, like, even if you have people that are talking about Charlie Kirk deserved it for his message, right? You're talking about you are now really talking about Nazis. If you are willing in your mind to come to the decision that people deserve to die based off of their speech to push your particular agenda, you're more Nazi than anybody else. You're probably more Nazi than a Nazi.
Greatest thing about social media is idiots can't resist the urge to have diarrhea of the mouth. You can tell a fool's face by seeing his name in a public place. They always tell on. They are right now, that's for sure, man. Santee Todd, what's up, Santee Todd?
Is that the real Santee?
Yeah. And that dude said he's in Lemon Grove, machining on metal right now. Hayden Dowell, what's up, buddy? How are you? Did anyone actually see the shooter climbing down from the roof with the rifle? That's what Jeff thinks. He thinks it's not even the rifle.
Yeah, I don't think it is the rifle. Because when they show him jumping, like there's a pretty good video of him jumping off that second story, and when he's walking through later on when they have him on the ring cameras, he's limping.
No, the ring camera time frames were prior. That was him going to the event, and they said he was
camera. They have ring camera footage now of him leaving
in a residential area.
In the residential area where he fled to, of him leaving, and he is clearly limping.
Yeah,
and that's probably from the 20-foot jump that he did.
So everything I saw said that was prior to the shooting happening, and the thought was he had the rifle tucked down his legs while he was limping.
Getting down, he landed on that windowsill a little bit, but then still had to go down like crazy. It was like a pretty big fall.
Milo on X came out of retirement. Is getting people fired. I like that. He says some off the wall shit, whether you like the message or not. Milo's a funny fucking dude. Like, watch him, the interaction with him and Phil from All That Remains. Like, Milo's funny as fuck.
Who's that other guy that was I can't think of his name.
What did he do?
Before COVID, he was like the makeup face he did all makeup and stuff.
Are you talking about Jeffree Star?
Yeah, Jeffree Star came out and was like, "This is crazy. I can't believe that they killed him for his message." And
he knows Jeffree Star.
He's got very tattooed up. His hands, anyways.
So he ate at Waffle House. So he took off and started a fucking yak farm. Like where is he? Wyoming or somewhere?
He's back where his parents live.
He's got a fucking massive ranch.
Oh, I mean, you got all that
Yeah.
Maybelline money.
3H, what's up? You ready to come in and get some good tattoos? I'll put them on you. There are two. I heard you went over there.
No.
You didn't go to Brandon's?
No. No.
You went to the comedy store.
Well, I did go to the comedy store that night, but I was no, that wasn't the same night.
I have an air tag on you. I know right where you're
No,
fucking on, motherfucker.
then you would have known I was on a date.
I knew you were on a date. I heard you had a hot date,
You know,
and
I
you
was
went
on a
to the
date.
comedy store.
Well, again,
You know why? Because Sky tells everything you do.
No, comedy store was that this? That was
Sky always gives out little pieces of the. He's got the crumb. You just got to put the couple pieces in.
Yeah, I know.
He gives me nothing but Sasquatch stuff.
Jeffree Star
You got
called out the wild leftist for thinking any of this way. Well, Jeffree Star is really not, as even with the lifestyle that Jeffree Star lives, he is not a leftist. If all the info provided is true, which is kind of hard to believe, college brainwashed that kid. His parents had said in the recent years he had began to become super political and full of hate. Yep. John Hamilton, how are you, buddy? There are two videos, one heading to the event on the street and one behind the house. Okay, got it. Which is why you guys should be cognizant of having fucking Ring cameras. They can just access that shit. Taking notes on who dumb fucker is. Everybody is, man. They are fucking outing people left and right. School boards here in Tennessee have been fired. School board officials.
I don't know if they should be fired.
What do you think should happen? I think
they should. I definitely think they should be, publicly chastised for their moral compass being completely wrong. But I don't know if us turning into a cancel culture is the same thing. I mean, again, yes, should those people be fucking harassed and chastised for their ignorance? 100%. But firing, I don't know.
So Brandel believes that the kid with the blowhorn, I don't know if it's the blowhorn kid, but they had a kid in an armor carrier that was at an event. 4chan says the kid with the blowhorn is the same kid. They've got him with the little chest rig fanny pack thing with the tranny flag and the gay pride flag. They've got him with, like, there's 5 or 6 pictures. 4chan seems to have the, I think those are all the same pictures. There's another kid in an armor carrier, and I don't know if it's supposed to be the same guy or not, but they debunked that. The only thing they will see on my Ring camera is the adult shenanigans I do with my wife in the pool.
What, you got a pool in
That,
the front yard?
that motherfucker has no pool. He
You
has
got
he has
in
a
the front
pool.
yard? That's
He has a
badass.
pool. That motherfucker, he has a pool when the puddles flood.
That's badass.
You know, Jason's probably got like a broken clawfoot bathtub with only 3 feet on it in the front
badass.
yard.
It's probably a boat.
200 yards with an 06 is chip shot, though. What? I don't know what you mean, Don.
It's nothing. Yeah, when everybody's talking about a professional assassin, and again,
That's what somebody said here.
200 yards?
Somebody said that here, and I said all these kids shoot 200 yards. In the
200 yards.
backyard.
Well, I mean, again, any person who's been through boot camp, 200 yards is nothing.
Scully thinks that that's not the rifle.
I mean, again, it could be, but it just, if it is, I mean, if it is, he's lucky he hit anything, because it's not. It's.
I don't shoot much. We should take me 200 yards and see if I can hit it.
Oh, I guarantee you would. I bet you could hit. I'll bet you could hit a target at 200 yards with your red dot.
I would hope so.
With your red dot, well, the problem is the dot gets so big that you can't see the target. But I bet you could.
So everybody doing today? Anybody doing anything this weekend? Anything good going on, you guys? If he was a professional, he would have known about He's not a professional. It's not.
Yeah.
Killdozer. What's up, Amanda?
I mean, he might be a modern professional.
Shooter was 21 years old. So the last 5 years of propaganda, then look at 10 years of propaganda that was being pushed into his social media feed. Drill weekend. Kamatsu, what's up? We're going to go to a reptile show. You going to go?
No, I'm not going to no damn snake.
You have
show.
3 weeks. We're setting up as vendors.
I'm not going. What are you gonna? What do you have, like snake carriers and shit?
Pictures of myself. I'm gonna have pictures of myself with random snakes.
You know what you should do? Actually, what you should do is you should have.
He's
Brandel,
going to.
You should have Brandel do you a fake comic book cover Like,
oh, that is side note.
like the
That'd
Snake
be
Master
great.
or
Yeah.
something, and then just have that on the table and a bunch of 5x10 glossies, and then Brandon can hand them as you hand them out. You just be like, they're $1 each.
We're doing interviews for the movie we're making about
Yeah.
snakes, and we're gonna do podcast 5 minute.
Bro, you go and set up a thing and say
We're setting up a podcast movie.
we set up a thing that has the sign up that says "Snakes on a Plane 2."
Did you guys see the Trump said National Guard's going to deploy in Memphis, sidestepping Chicago next?
So I didn't hear about Memphis. Memphis has kind of calmed down a lot, but I saw a bunch of shit yesterday, a bunch of videos on YouTube. They're saying they downloaded a bunch of Bradley fighting vehicles off of trains right in Chicago. I know. And then there's a bunch of girls, bunch of women in the hood showing video of fucking fighter jets flying over there. Like, these fighter jets never fly over Chicago.
Do you see that? Like, there was when Trump first was talking about it, there was like 10 guys that went on the YouTubes and they're like,
yeah,
come here, you're gonna get.
And then he called the shit back.
Then they're like, yeah, we was just kidding. I'm not really in a gang.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Did you see all the salt trucks, all the fucking plow trucks lined up like they were gonna block the ingress to Chicago?
Crazy.
I think the bullet hit the top of Charlie's body. Charlie didn't have any body armor.
No,
Everybody
no body
keeps saying,
armor.
and even if he had body armor, unless it was fucking steel plates, there's no way.
He did not have body armor.
You can't. Yeah, you'd see it through his. You'd
He
see
was
it
wearing
through
a
the
freaking
t-shirt.
T-shirt. You could see his nipples. Good. Yeah. Not body armor. You have to understand what people don't. Again, this is a very traumatic situation that happened. What people don't understand is Charlie Kirk has done that 1,000 times without ever having any problems. And so when something like this happens, you can armchair quarterback and say they weren't prepared, they didn't have the right security, there wasn't enough police. There was never a fear. He wasn't going to these things with fear that it was going to happen. So there was never that fear. So again, like all communists, they go after the weak link. They go after. That's why they shoot up schools, because it's full of children that can't defend themselves. That's why they do the things they do, because they go after soft targets. And unfortunately, Charlie Kirk's venue was a soft target.
Okay, so Brandon 38 says he's got a rifle similar that you can shoot at 200. Brandel, Isaac Barrett, they got F-15s. Jason said, Jason, I think the bullet hit the top of Charlie's body armor, ricocheted. Okay, printing shirts and turning muscadine wine into shine. Snakes on a Plane as a sequel. Yeah. Snakes on a Plane. He's a professional douchebag. That's it. Who are we talking about, Steve? Artwork by Dino. How are you, buddy? Canning muscadines. He sent me a video a few weeks ago of muscadines. He said, these are early weight. These are ripe way too early. We're going to have a crazy winter this year. Everybody's calling for crazy winter. Will they designate Antifa as a terrorist organization? So they've not been designated, but Trump did say, we are going to stop these terrorists.
I mean, they're designated this as a terrorist act, so that's not good.
In 1 hour, anyone can be on a paper plate at 200 yards. Yeah, yeah, Richard. There is talk sending troops to New Orleans. Growing up there, I welcome everybody fucking welcomes the idea except the fucking shitbags. Fucking everyone's welcoming it.
I think it's a bad idea.
You think it's a bad idea?
Trump is, the reality is he was lucky in the execution in DC. Eventually, we're not going to be lucky. Eventually, someone is going to get shot, and it'll all be this whole shenanigan about why did you put military troops on there? It's going to, I feel like this deploying National Guard guys to these places is going to be a serious problem for him in the future. They don't need to be doing that. They need to be using the FBI like the Biden administration did, but they need to be doing it for good. Instead of going after PTA meetings, they should be going after these prosecutors. They should be going after these police departments. They should be auditing them, and they should be arresting people who are not doing, making sure that these people are enforcing the law through the FBI, the marshals services.
Maybe that's part of it, though. I mean, look how many they pulled all the high risk warrants during the LA riots, right? Because you guys were present.
Correct.
So they go in, they take all the Y. How do you do YN? I don't know how to do the game. YNs. They take all the YNs out of the area.
But you have to remember, the only reason why that was possible was because the government in Los Angeles at the time was pro law enforcement.
Maybe they're gonna.
So
they're gonna.
if it, just like DC, they were arresting people that the prosecutors were immediately throwing back out on the streets. They need to go after these district attorneys, these prosecutors. They need to go after the actual people who are supposed to be enforcing the law. And if the mayor doesn't want to enforce the law, arrest him.
Maybe they will.
I mean, I don't think so. I think they're trying to use the National Guard as some sort of long arm of the law, and eventually it's not going to work.
Isaac Barrett, yes. National Guard has 19th SF and 20th SF. Those are reserve units. And many of those dudes, we've got friends in both units that have done more active duty combat time than active guys have. They do, yeah. They also use them on like JTF 6 and all the anti-drug missions and stuff with BORTAC and all the guys cross border.
It's actually bullshit. Like, it's not bullshit that those guys are actually doing that, but it's
right
bullshit
that they're not using real dudes.
It's bullshit that the Army is like, oh, you got to do this rotation and you got to come back for 18 months and you got to do all this shit. Where the guys in the National Guard, all they have to do is go, hey, I want to go, and so they can go deploy as many times as they want. It's fucking the politics in the military is retarded.
Tom Lennon says, do you guys think this is the tipping point to where the right has had enough and they finally used violence on violent left?
Nope.
No, it's gonna require a lot more for the right to do anything, because the right diffused. They blew off a lot of that steam that night on social media, and they're feeling a little bit of accomplishment by doxing and cataloging all these people right now, with them being removed from school boards and removed from 911 dispatchers, right? They feel a little bit of retribution for it.
I wonder if any of that's true, though, John.
That it happened, or that it.
Yeah, I wonder if any of it's true, or if it's just AI generated.
I don't know.
To our feeds in order so we can be like, oh, look, these.
So that it appeases us.
These people, yeah. So they're like, oh, these people are getting fired for what they're saying when they're not even real people.
Jack shared it, but the shot was approximately 142 yards. Totally reasonable for anyone that has been shown. It's totally reasonable for anybody shooting fucking deer. I mean, every kid with a deer. I mean, before we ever shot at animals, we were out at Potrero and Cameron Station and all those places with a 30-06 with a scope that I bought from a pawn shop.
You know, I can see the idea that 200 yards is a long shot, because if you think about it, you know, even in our community, even in the community that shoots all the time, 90% of the people are square bay warriors. Like, where they're shooting 50, max 50 yards. Most of the time they're shooting 25 yards, even with those guns. And so 200 yards, because I'll use it this way. When we did the sniper training for military law, when we did the military law enforcement, we brought San Diego PD, LAPD, LA sheriffs out to range 117 and did the sniper package for them. Like, we went to the 200-yard line and everybody's like,
yeah, average law enforcement engaged at 75.
What are you guys doing? Why are you making? And I'm like,
have you ever heard
a 300 Win Mag?
Have you ever heard the term snipering?
No.
So I'm listening to some dude and he's interviewing this Utah FBI law enforcement sniper, right? And the dude kept saying, well, in the snipering community and the snipering this and the snipering that. I'm like, that motherfucker's not a sniper. Thoughts on the father turning him in, knowing they are pursuing death penalty? Do you think you could do that as a father? Will he accept the 100,000?
Probably won't. Well, again, I don't know.
I don't know if they're going to pay it. Here's
the reality: is I don't know the dynamics of that family. I don't know the dynamics of that family. I don't know. I don't know the dynamics of that family. And the father, probably the idea of him turning his son in was probably not, oh, I'm going to get $100,000, or
no.
He hopefully his idea behind that was
not get his kid killed.
So my kid doesn't get killed. I don't want my son to die.
And are we going to find out?
The reality is, they may seek the death penalty. That doesn't mean they're going to get the death penalty. And as most people know, the death penalty doesn't mean you get killed. The death penalty means you go into this holding pattern for 25 years. So again, I don't know. And then, the next Democrat president will probably pardon him and give him a medal.
So since trans is a mental illness, they should not be able to buy guns. They ask on the 1473, isn't it 4473, about your mental illness status.
Well, unfortunately, the people who decide what is a mental illness and what isn't a mental illness
Are the mentally ill.
They've actually changed it. So hopefully we'll take a better look at this and maybe make a more informed decision.
Well, they also ask if you use any drugs, right? All the people that smoke weed would be precluded from that. Isn't that the case? There's some question and talk of that as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
Any news on the bald-headed elderly man who was originally detained? He was saying a lot of weird. Yeah, he was saying he actually said he was the shooter. He said, "I also have the right to remain silent." He did say a lot of crazy shit.
Well,
An instigator.
He was obviously, when Charlie Kirk is speaking, Charlie Kirk also not only does he draw in the right, but he draws in the very worst of the left. And this guy has a history of mental illness. Like they pulled up his rap sheet immediately. He has a history of mental illness. It's not like the first murder he's claimed that he committed, and so this guy's just a regular lunatic, just a regular Democrat lunatic.
Do you feel that we need to regulate the tactics and methods used in the military operation to where future wannabe assassins cannot be educated on tips and tricks of military operations?
I mean, the problem is the reality is, since the first pen to paper, all that stuff is already out there. Like, the information's already out there. Like, if you put a ban on YouTube tomorrow and say, no, you can't show any I mean, they're not supposed to show tactics anyways, but if you put a ban on it, it would just go underground and the information would become more popular. So I don't know if that's the answer. I mean, the answer is to teach kids moral values. That's what the answer is, to require children to have the moral values and moral courage, not to forsake life in the manner that side of the house forsakes life. So
they've just passed in Tennessee from grades 1 through 12. There is a gun safety education supplement to every grade, and the parents cannot opt out of it. Apparently it's like in motion right now, happening starting this next school year or this school year. I don't know which. In Tennessee. I think kids don't have any value for life. They're desensitized to video games. They don't go and actually kill real animals. They don't spend any time outside any longer. Most of them probably have no pet. They don't experience anything with keeping anything alive. Hayden says, I met Charlie and the bodyguard that is always in his videos in a hotel lobby in Wichita. Talked to them for about 15 minutes before his show with Tucker Carlson. It blows my mind that there are people saying that that security guard had something to do with it.
Well, he didn't.
I haven't seen any of that.
He's a former Marine corporal. Yeah, he's well vetted.
Brandon, you can hit golf balls at 200 yards. Yeah, I mean, but if you look at, I think all the people like this is a professional shooter shows you how few people in the world, like we're around us, right? Our groups of people, and we communicate and interact with people like us. It kind of shows you the general population that has no idea about firearms, has never, shot a bolt gun or a lever action, or, it's a dying breed. There are more of them than there are of us. Just finished listening to the water storage video. Great stuff. Thank you, Chuck. I fell asleep. Amanda woke me up last night, and she does this. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I didn't want to startle you. I go, have you ever startled? Like, have I ever been combative or anything?
Well, that's because she's always nice. When she
and I woke up last night listening halfway through the water storage video. I was curious how Brando was going to put it together, because I was not fucking on that day. I kept saying, we need to film this a different day, man. I am all over the place. I need to put some kind of framework in for how we're going to shoot. He's like, I got it. We'll get it together. Father retired deputy sheriff. Father was retired deputy sheriff. Somebody earlier said, what's up with all these shooters having family members or parents that are law enforcement? Part of that could be that in a career like that, you're absent, right? So we send our children to this place we deem as being a safe place for them, public school. And public school, we have this idea that public school is how when we went to school, and it is no longer that. It is nothing like that. If we walked into a public school right now, it would blow your fucking mind how the schools are. And I'm 6-7 years removed from public school. Like, even having been there 6-7 years ago when our children were there, you wouldn't even recognize it now.
You were an old ass senior.
Not when I was going, when my kids were going.
Old.
How about those dorks with the they arrested somebody with a pellet rifle, and they were all over social media saying they had him, and immediately guys were like, that's a fucking pellet rifle they had. And they were same one, they were putting what looked to be a pistol or something in a brown paper. Where are the cops getting all the brown paper bags from? Like it's impossible to find a brown paper bag. Is that what they issue out in the cruisers now?
Evidence bags, probably, yeah.
Well, if that's what he wants, let him just go to prison.
I mean, you think about, you actually, again, just think about it, John. If you took 4 city blocks in Nashville and put every law enforcement agency, every law enforcement officer in them 4 city blocks and said, there's a fucking, there's a gun crime that has happened.
Yeah.
Search everybody. You're going to find a shit ton of guns.
Sure you are. Skylo says, did you hear that Congress voted no on the Epstein list at the same time I didn't hear the same time, but I knew that they were voting that day. Marjorie Taylor Greene and a bunch of them were like, we're releasing this. Thomas Massey was on board with that, about putting that information out. And they did, in fact, vote no. Since we're talking about 9/11, are you aware that the Bushes sold all their stock in American Airlines like 3 days before this happened? They sold a bunch of stock in another company. What you're going to see happen from this, go ahead.
Because the Bush administration has the way back machine or the way forward machine, because they did the same thing when President Trump got shot. Before President Trump was shot, they sold a bunch of stock in his.
More to my point,
because they have that ball that they look at and they get like a fuzzy idea of what the future's going to look like, and so they're like, sell it all.
Yeah, they have Middle East New Jersey tells them that they're going to pull this operation and fucking warns them, sell this, make some money.
I mean, again, the reality is, if you had stock in the World Trade Centers, the World Trade Center had been bombed before. And the people that bombed it actually said, we will attack it again. So I would get rid of my stock in the World Trade Center too.
If you want to see perfect military tactics, you just have to watch Heat. Yep. Prayers needed in the family. Dina, what's up?
You see Elon
fired that chick?
Well, he fired a chick, but he also pledged that.
Yeah, some basketball player did too.
The Kirk family would never need.
Yeah, I saw that from a basketball player also. Chris
Hall.
Interesting
if he keeps his word. I mean, I'm sure he will.
Elon Musk will keep his word. Chris Hall. Every time I see Skully, I smile.
Why?
John McClure, what's up? This is where the understanding of common sense comes in. To the gun community or people who grew up with guns, this is common knowledge. But to those who don't, it's not. That's a good example, right? We have a new girl working here, and she had said something. I said, what kind of gun you got? She's like, I got a Glock. I'm like, which one? I don't know. I'm like, okay. Do you know what it's 9mm. Does it have single mag, or do the bullets, is it like double stack? She's like, it's single. I'm like, okay, you have a 43X or 48 or whatever, right? I'm like, bring your gun tomorrow. I go, when's the last time you shot? She goes, it's been a long time. During COVID, my dad got all of us guns. Which I'm like, that sounds like a good dad.
I mean, yeah, a good dad would have got you guns and classes.
Well, no classes, but she's shot. I said, how many bullets have you fired? She's like, probably 200. I'm like, bring your gun tomorrow. You can shoot. The guys will go out. So Brandel and Cody go out there, and she's hitting steel. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, Brandel. She's hitting metal. And
that's a blind leading the blind right there.
Why was I saying this?
Blind leading the blind.
Yeah, I don't know why I even started talking about this.
I don't know either.
Okay.
Community.
Yeah, and it's
the community knows.
So that's my point, right? But she has a gun, and she's like, okay, my gun's safe, but she's still like, okay, this never crosses anybody, right? I'm like, Cody, go over the gun safety rules, and this always goes down here. But they just don't know, just because you have a gun. And it's just like kids who don't know gun safety and have not been exposed to guns. When they find a gun at the friend's house, or they find their big brother's gun or something, they're just playing with it. And that's how kids get shot. That's how those accidental shootings happen, right? That kid didn't mean to kill that kid, but that kid pointed a weapon and fucking pulled the trigger. The finger never goes on the trigger until the sights are on the target and the barrel's down, right? And you act as though it's a laser beam. And if they're not exposed to that, they don't know any of that. You're right. It is the culture of people with guns. Just watched a video, had a former Marine sniper describe how he would have aimed, used angles, and how to conceal his shooter profile. Yeah, I've seen a fucking 20 of those already. Every guy out there with the YouTube channel is talking about it. I watched the water storage video this morning as well. Pleasantly surprised to see a live. Nice, Brandon. Radicalized by Marxist professor in Antifa. Are they saying that? Is that out there? John walked 6 miles to school in the snow uphill. No, I actually did walk a mile to school and a mile home from school in San Diego. There have to be more people involved. No way I'm sending my future kid to college in 20 years. Yeah, why would we? Like, colleges are fucking collapsing now that USAID money is fucking cut off. While I was absent due to me always working, I had great people like John and James raised my kids. Never going to release the Epstein. No, they probably don't even have at this point. How many administrations has that changed? They're not going to release the Epstein list. The Epstein list, they probably don't even have all of it. I live in Cookville. Half the students I see at Tech look like homeless junkies. Yeah. Is that true? You're out by Cookville, right?
Cookville. Where do you live? Cookville?
Crossville.
Right by
so it's
Cookville.
Like right around the corner.
Yeah, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
40
The Crossvillians go to Cookville to get the cook food.
You do.
Former gun industry dudes that have actual shot and taken some classes saying it had to be a professional because the murder weapon MOA is 10 inches.
What? The murder weapon MOA is 10 inches?
Yeah, they
Oh,
came out
God.
and said like they talked to his dorm, like his roommate at the dorm or
Yeah.
whatever, found like a Discord where he was talking about everything he was gonna do and the rifle in the bushes, in the towel, and everything on a Discord chat.
Yeah.
And then they pulled up that he was dressed up as Donald Trump for Halloween in 2017, and they think there's been a bunch of people now saying that in Utah he was a registered Republican voter, but his family said a few days ago at dinner he was freaking out about Charlie Kirk and saying all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, whatever. They always try and do that, but again.
So Diane says, have had patients bring us CWP forms to fill out for North Carolina to state their health issues and if have any mental illnesses. Feel this will be pushed everywhere to have doctors sign for state that requires permits. Maybe. I mean, you did have all of these children being in children wellness checkups and stuff, and in class, you know, they were being actively asked in schools, do your parents have any guns? Do your parents smoke marijuana? There was a ton of that shit going on for a while. Maybe it still is. No one is talking about EFK exposing the big pharma poisoning. I think he means RFK. Benchmark, what's up? For you guys that don't know, Benchmark Signs and Gifts right there makes these signs. If you want something unique, all you guys for wedding presents, home warming gifts.
Home morning gifts?
Yeah. Stop buying that bullshit from TJ Maxx and that. Get a cool sign. Get them something very fucking unique. If you want a sign for your business, Benchmark Signs and Gift. He's a fucking good dude. We know him. Great family and fucking badass product. Benchmark Signs and Gifts. No one is talking about while I was absent. We read that. I'm hearing weird stuff about a private Israel-owned jet that took. I brought it up earlier.
Right, it's always Israel.
Because you know why? Because it's fucking always Israel. When did you start your business back in the day? Like I started when I was 17. When did
92?
when did we actually name it? 92 probably. How did he get the gun off the roof and into the woods? He sure as fuck didn't jump off the roof with it. Not that I seen anyways. Here we are. Used a Mauser 30-06.
Through it.
Said in Discord that it had a special purpose, and a Mauser bolt action was the sniper rifle used against real fascists in World War II. I guess that probably came off the Discord.
What? The Mauser. The Mauser was the German rifle.
MT Knives, what's up, bud? Interweb experts are funny, but the Mauser is 8mm, not 30-06. I think they rebarreled a lot of them when they brought them in, didn't they?
And the other thing too is people get confused with the actual Mauser rifles and Mauser actions. So they did a lot of Mauser actions. Even the M1903 is a Mauser action. We actually got sued by Germany for how close the action was to the Mauser.
What is Scully's favorite helicopter and favorite airplane in the U.S. arsenal?
Favorite helicopter. I mean, my favorite helicopter is CH-53. It's just badass. It's a fucking heavy lift. I know you would think I would think four-bladed Cobra, but my favorite helicopter is CH-53. It's always the funnest to ride in. It's a tight one. God, I really love the 46 too. The 46 was fun. Those 46 pilots, some of them were really, really, I mean, I don't want to say some of them. A lot of them were really, really good pilots. And then what was the other one?
Helicopter, airplane.
Airplane. Man, I love the F-15 Eagle. I mean, I'm a super fan of the B-52. I love the B-52 for some strange reason, but the F-15 Eagle, is one of the most relevant aircraft we have.
Skylo says he has a show in Cookville on Thursday in a few weeks, Brandel. Summerwell, what's up? Wyatt Hammond, Mauser is a bolt style made in Germany for 8mm, but the 1903 Springfield stole the bolt design and used it.
Yeah, I just said that. We got sued for it. I'm maybe because you're throwing out all those numbers. Did we actually? I can't remember. Did we get sued for the 1903 design before World War One? Before World War II, or was it during? I feel they tried to sue us during the war.
How can a country sue another country, especially at war? Fuck you guys.
Hey, because all those lawyers are the same.
Oh, you mean Jewish?
I didn't say that.
Sea Stallion artwork. Dino says the Sea Stallion. Jason says AC-130.
Let's see, AC-130 is cool too.
Is that the Spectre?
Not that cool.
Is that Puff?
Yeah. I know it's really cool. I actually got to see the inside of one of those ones, and it's amazing how when you think about a C-130, how big it is. Once they put all that
shit inside,
how little space those aircrew guys had on those gunships.
All right, guys, we're gonna jump off here in just a second. Comments have slowed down. We got some war bag videos to shoot. If you guys have not seen, I put up a video of the 48 mag war bag last week. There's hundreds of comments on Facebook is the craziest, Instagram and YouTube, but Facebook has the craziest fucking comments. Go check those out. We're about to make a couple more videos with some belt feds and some other stuff in those bags.
All right.
What's happening with the new reptile? Where'd that go? Reptile house. It's sitting over here. It's just a shell right now.
Snakes on a plane too.
How long before the primary weapon, one of those attacks, is a drone? Will there be a code to get a freedom bag? There is a code right now for a freedom bag. We have bags that we're doing that say freedom. We have shirts, which will be here in a few minutes, also that say freedom. You guys will see that on the text tonight.
Said about the attack on the drone, what I was thinking yesterday is they were showing all these videos of the campus. I don't know why for just regular security details. So even the Charlie Kirk security detail, every security detail should have a drone now. I don't know why they don't all have drones.
I'm sure they do.
Especially since all these professional assassins are just laying on top of roofs. How easy would it have been to spot this guy and send a couple of cops up to go, what are you doing? Just with a drone. I don't understand why we're not using our technology a little bit better.
anybody of his money at all would be like, hey, bring that kid over here, let him travel with us. He's just going to fly drones around the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what confuses me about the debt. Who do we owe, and what are going to do about it? I'm sure the school has there's some federal regulation about flying a drone over a fucking college or some bullshit.
Not when they're talking.
Yeah, I hear you. Looking forward to the active shooter bag. I've showed the active shooter bag every night for the last few nights on live. I modified it, updated it, so each mag pouch on the face holds 2 mags. So now you get 6 instead of 3, which means it'll also hold a bottle of water better should you want to put that in there. The gun would have to have had the bolt head modified as well. 8mm Mauser is 7.92 by 57, 30-06 is 7.62 by 63.
It's called the Mauser Action. With the Mauser Action, you can put any caliber you want. So I guarantee you this rifle is probably going to be a Remington or a Winchester. They just use the Mauser Action. It's how the bolt functions. That's all.
Does Jeff have any experience with 6.5 by 55? Is that Creedmoor?
Are you talking about
6.5 by 55? Is that Creedmoor?
I don't think that's Creedmoor. I think that's that Swiss. No, I don't have any experience with 6.5.
Yeah, Christian Green was saying drones. Overton was saying drones last night. Yeah. Freedom bag. Yeah, we've got a bag. It's got the same. It's a white piece of Velcro, black embroidery, says Freedom, just like the shirt he was wearing. I'm about to order lunch. Jeff want hibachi, chicken or steak?
Steak, always steak.
Jeff wants steak. One FPV drone. You don't even need FPV drones. Just the drones we have would have seen that motherfucker.
Yeah, would have seen him.
I need to get a med pullout. We don't have any med pullouts right now.
What?
Amanda, take whatever. Jason, you really want to eat? We'll get you lunch if you're going to be here. Swedish. You were correct. David said Swedish.
Swedish fish?
Yep.
No, I don't have any of this. The Swiss is too hard to get. There's a couple of those 6.5 Swiss rifles that I would love to have, but it's just complicated. And then I really don't want another cartridge floating around. I got too many as it is.
Okay. Jason, when will you be here? He'll be here in 10 minutes, Amanda. People, we're filming the guy on the roof. Yes, just as the last time, just as the fucking shooter at Trump. I say that the shooter is Thomas Crooks. You're never going to know who he was. You're not going to know shit about him. There's going to be a bunch of fucking bullshit, and they're not going to fucking tell you. Tell Skully he rocks. What's his thoughts on Trump creating his own deep state? Better than the last one. I think that's what's happening, right? When they say we have to end these terrorists and whatever, right? They're gonna do another Patriot Act, which isn't gonna do shit to the bad guys. It's gonna control us more. They're gonna use Palantir to fucking go through and data sift all your shit, which if they're telling you about it, they're already doing it. Just like Patriot Act, right? Didn't do nothing to the fucking people in the Middle East. It gave them access to our safe deposit boxes and all of our bank accounts. It's about controlling us.
I mean, it depends on what you mean about Trump creating his own deep state.
Sandra Horn says, "You just sad guy." Who are you talking to? What are you even fucking saying? Yeah, I put together a security package that involves drones and identifying sniper positions around an event and have the drone just circle. And yeah, we can set our drones to where they'll fly a grid, a pattern, a circle. I can literally tap him and my drone will follow him around at whatever distance we set.
Drones.
Y'all hear about Epstein's birthday book being released an hour before Kirk? No, I didn't hear that.
It was a lot.
Sandra Horn, it's not news. Sandra, speak in motherfucking complete sentences so somebody knows are you drunk, bitch? Let me guess, it's Xanax. Just got shipping on a double frag pouch in Woodland. Any chance you made any extra? We did. Yeah, we do. We made a batch of Woodland and multicam. Black Plant, Oregon. What's up, buddy?
Extra. No such thing as extra.
Most people, unfortunately, dude, we don't sell a lot of frags nowadays. Pouches. Tom, it's sad that I even have to say we don't sell a lot of frags nowadays, and then clarify that I'm talking about pouches. Tom Clancy was talking about autonomous target identification drones in '89. They have them. If they're showing it to you, it exists.
Yeah, Lyndon Baines Johnson. Think about this: the president who took over for John F. Kennedy had a cell phone in his car. It just takes time for the technology. It takes time for the technology to get to a point where it's general user. So FPV drones have been around a lot longer than you think.
Trump is in it spending 22,000 check for a depreciated girl. I don't know what that means, Pat. Because like LL Cool J said, you got to have a cellular when you're in the car. Fresh Adidas squeak across the bathroom floor.
Yeah.
Police at my door. 6 a.m. Police at my door. Fresh Adidas squeak across the bathroom floor. Is Woodland Mystery 10 coming up in the key? Yes. Yeah, all the Mystery 10s are coming up. You see where the Simpsons.
Are they all Woodland?
Well, yeah, only Woodland and one Marpat. Oh, see how you just
Wait, Marpat?
only one was made in Marpat. All the rest are Woodland.
Why did I get a Woodland one? Who the fuck did you give a Marpat one to? There's no Marpat. There's nobody out there that rates Marpat.
What drones do you reckon?
Bullshit.
Brandon, it depends. The drone, I don't, I have, how many drones do I got? 30, 40 drones? Because I crash them. I currently have a DJI Pro 4. I think there's a 5 out now. Great drone. I don't know what the cost with tariffs are. When I bought it, it was like $1,300. I'm sure they're a lot more now. Buy if you and you might have other options, right? And there are other options, but I have DJI drones. The only drones I've ever flown are DJI. Buy the Fly More kit. All you need is the drone, the smart controller with the screen, a charger with the 3 batteries. You don't need, you're going to see all these kits where you get 200 pieces and a landing mat and extra. You don't need none of that bullshit. You're paying a lot for something you're never going to use. Get the drone, the controller, 3 batteries or more batteries. How is there a murder book on Charlie out on Amazon already? Dory's Jason's daughter. Yeah, how is the book out there? Because the book was up there that day.
They said that when they uploaded it, the date was mispublished on the upload.
There's somebody else got killed. There was another one like that too. Some massive event happened and they had a book up on Amazon.
AI too. Hey, AI, can you write me a book about the death of Charlie Kirk?
Totally forgot to increase my threshold to get one of the bags around a short bus. Dory got the Marpat to match her uniform. AI wrote it and published it instantly. Ken, what's up, man? Bucket of drones. Yes, I have buckets of drones.
The real Ken?
Ken motherfucker.
Oh.
That's our I'll tell you later who that is. That book was published a day before Kirk. The lady worked for an AI company. I got my Rallyman pouch today. They're nice. Is Woodland. You see the Simpsons forecasted this one in an episode. Yeah, I thought they pulled that too. I thought that got pulled down.
Well, they definitely pulled the, not the Simpsons, but who's the other guy?
That other shitty cartoon?
Yeah, who's the other guy?
South Park.
South Park. They pulled the Kirk.
I like the Simpsons. Almost impossible to get
Kirk
DJI products at the moment. So Jared, what's the option? What else is there? Attel. There's a drone company called Attel. They cost a little more. You get a lot more for them. Dirty Civilian did a video on the Attel drones. They look very promising. It was a Maui fire. The Maui fire books. That's the one that was out before the fires even happened. Mauser 98 sales going to go crazy. No, I don't think so. Skully, I have an EDC Marpat belt John made me 6 years ago.
Bullshit.
So all the Marpat, so the Marine Corps stopped using Marpat. Am I correct in that?
No, they still wear the uniform.
We cannot get any Cordura in Marpat. The Marpat material we have is uniform material. We use it for promo bags. I wouldn't use it to build for a strap on the belt. I wouldn't use it to make rigs. I wouldn't make any real gear out of it. It's fine for a promotion bag.
Why couldn't you?
We could, but I'm not going to. I would on yours.
Amazing.
I know what
so
you're
amazing.
asking. Attel is an inch.
You do is back it up with some
Cordura.
material.
You gotta. Attel is interesting because they don't force geofencing. Yeah. Did you ever explain what? No, I didn't ever hear what happened to all the children.
They're in some Chinese sweat factory.
Freedom shirt. Yeah, Freedom shirts are coming in the door. You guys will see them today. You'll see them in some videos we're about to shoot. And you will see them tonight on the live, and they will be available in the text and email tonight. If you want one, make sure you jump on them. Attel makes my scanner. It costs $8,000 in 2016. Attel has a drone package out. It was about $4,500. The monitor is much bigger. The drone is bigger. The drone has onboard thermal. It's an awesome looking product. Still wear Marpat EDC belt you made. Nice. Surely is a drone company. Sorry, I'm new to this. Got it. Surly. Autel, the company that makes car scanners. I don't know if it's the same company. I think it is. Look up Dirty Civilian. Go to their channel. Hit the magnifying glass search. Put in drones. They did some great videos. Marpat knife pouch. With the padding, it doesn't sound too bad. It'd still be soft. We just did Brown Man. We've never done Brown Man knife pouches. We did them this week. They're available right now. I also revamped the 5.56 split front chest rig yesterday. The mags sit lower. There's just a cradle there where the mag sits, just like in if you look at our stacked mag pouches on our stacked micro. So it's much slimmer. It is lower profile now. I built that yesterday. The next build video we do will probably be a build video of that. I don't think we'll have a chance to do those today. Dory was just issued a full issue of Marpat. We'll tell her to fucking mail some of that shit over here. The Chris Benoit murders were on Wikipedia before anybody knew about them. That was the wrestler guy, right? You could always get into uniforms. Nah, we don't even have the machines to do clothing. We can't do enough of what we're doing. All right, guys, we're going to cut out of here. We got some videos to go shoot. Have some fun. Mess with the fuckheads on the war bag video from last Friday, and you're going to see some more of those videos today. So you do make a split front micro. No, I make a split front chest rig, which holds 2 M4 mags and 1, 2, 3, 4 split front, single layer. It'll do AK or M4. I also do one that is 308 that will hold 308s. They are Velcro lined front and back wall inside for Velcro dot retention, and they come with bungees, which you can remove. You can see them. Just go to my website, SOE Tactical Gear, put in split front. You'll see them come up. They're both there. On the very front page of the website is a search bar. Every other page has a search bar also. On your phone, you have to scroll over to the right. Josh, miss you. We're about to eat some bullshit because you're not here fucking making proper food. We'll see you guys later. Don't you want to say something like keep your powder dryers? Don't you have a sign out line?
Keep your powder dry? No, I don't have a sign out line yet.
We'll come up with one real
All
quick.
right, I'll come up with one.
Hey, do you want any dog? You want any dogs?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't want
Anatolians. You want some proper dogs?
No, I don't want any dogs. Why would I want a dog?
Listen, you guys know Hot Head Stalls, Olivia. Her and her husband moved here, bought a farm about 45 minutes from here. Somebody dumped 4 Anatolians. They're good-looking dogs. They're puppies. They're on the property. She said, hey, do you know anybody that wants these dogs? They look like full-on Anatolian shepherds. They'll be good farm dogs. If you need a dog and you're close, now's your opportunity. Gray area, what's up, gent? Hope you're good, man. We're going to be at a reptile show, first show that we're doing, actually attending as a vendor. We'll be in 3 weeks in Murfreesboro. So if you're around, come out. We're going to be doing podcasts in the booth. So come out if you want to meet, you want to see what we're doing, show up. See you guys later.
I won't be there.
Jeff will be there.
No, I won't.